Each of us are great fans of the Street Fighter franchise. We as a community love and cherish the arts and characters that Street Fighter give us. The variety of characters make us pick our favorites for battle. We might know their moves and their style of play, but do we know their background story? Former member of the Special Forces team, William F. Guile is America's pride in the Street Fighter universe. Wielder of the Sonic Boom special move, Guile is a force to be reckoned with. In this episode, we're going to focus on the story of William Guile. What is his background and where is he now? You might be in for a surprise. Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Street Fighterverse. It is said that Guile's journey starts as a rookie in the United States Air Force. In this military branch, he meets his superior officer named Charlie Nash. Guile and Charlie later become great friends. Guile knows that Charlie is proficient in his unique way of fighting. He asks if Charlie can train him, which Nash agrees to. Guile practices and learns Charlie Nash's style of fighting, but due to his lack of temper, his moves are not as efficient as Charlie's is. An example of this is reflected in the ability of displaying a sonic boom attack. Guile needs to use both his hands to execute the sonic boom, as the difference from Charlie Nash, who only needs one hand to generate sufficient force to execute the attack. As time passes by, Guile is in the events of Street Fighter Alpha 3, where originally Guile was introduced in the Street Fighter series. William Guile is called upon duty by the United States Air Force for a special mission regarding his mentor and best friend Charlie Nash, who has gone MIA during a secret investigation. Guile's search and intel led him to one of the Interpol's top investigators, Chun-Li. She warns Guile from the dangers he is about to face, but Guile is there on a mission. The only objective is the safe retrieval of Charlie Nash. All of Guile's intel leads him to a Shadowloo base in Thailand, where he manages to find his friend Charlie Nash. He advises Charlie that they must leave, due to an airstrike that is about to occur. However, Charlie wants to capture Bison in fear that he will escape. They both face Bison. Eventually, Bison calls a gunship to help him cover his escape. They chase Bison towards the base, and decide to destroy Bison's source of power, the Psycho Drive. Chun-Li indicates the airstrikes get called off more than likely, influenced by M. Bison. Charlie and Guile plant explosives around the Psycho Drive to blow it to bits. While this is happening, Ryu fights and defeats Bison temporarily, forcing Bison to regenerate in the Psycho Drive. Bison manages to reassemble. During this moment, Charlie holds Bison, telling Guile to escape before the base explodes. The base explodes, and in it were Bison and Charlie, who most likely got caught within the blast. Chun-Li tries to cheer up Guile, that Charlie may be alive. In the events of Street Fighter 2, Bison survives the explosion. Guile is looking for revenge for what he did to Charlie. Bison opens a World Warrior tournament to trap and study the world's top fighters. Guile leaves and enters the tournament. In his ending, Guile has defeated Bison, but does not kill him. He states that he is not a murderer like him. After the event, he visits Charlie's grave. Guile states that his obsession for revenge consumed him and destroyed his family. However, he is interrupted by his wife and daughter, who encourage him to go home. In the games prior to HD Remix and Ultra, Guile's hesitation to kill Bison in his ending is instead interrupted by the arrival of Julia and Amy, who persuade him to give up on his revenge and return home. Guile, refusing to become a murderer like Bison, concludes that he feels like he is waking up from a long nightmare and returns to his family. In the events of Street Fighter 4, Shadowloo is apparently gone. Guile has high hopes that Charlie might be alive. He wants to organize a search for his friend, but his superior officers do not let him. Guile resigns, but his commander does not accept his resignation. Instead, he gives Guile an investigative case towards an organization called SIN. This organization is said to have had ties with the Shadowloo. He takes the call and recruits Chun-Li to the investigation, as they both enter the SIN tournament. While in the tournament, Guile encounters Abel. He recognizes Guile's sonic boom attack from before. Guile quickly pressured Abel to give him information about the whereabouts of Charlie. It is implied that Guile won this fight, as Abel is later seen traveling with Guile and Chun-Li to the SIN base. Guile manages to find the important data from SIN. Guile is ambushed by one of Bison's cyborgs. While trying to save Chun-Li, Abel arrives and takes on the cyborg instead, telling Guile where Chun-Li is and telling him to hurry. Exactly how Chun-Li is then rescued isn't clear. Jen seems to have protected her from a collapse, and then broken free from the rubble, but it is nowhere to be seen later, as Guile and Abel watch the base explode, with an unconscious Chun-Li in Giles' arms. After these events, Guile returns to Charlie's grave, placing a beer bottle on it, as a way of buying his old friend a drink. He tells the grave that although SIN's plans have been foiled, he knows that he hasn't seen the last of Shadow Lu. In the Street Fighter V game's main theory, Guile's superior, General Byron Taylor, is investigating the Black Moon, which had detonated over New York, causing loss of signal and blackouts. Guile informs General Taylor that the attack might be connected to the missing hackers that have been kidnapped by Shadow Lu. General Taylor sends him on a mission to New York, with Chun-Li to come along. In New York, he and Chun-Li find all 4 of the Shadow Lu executives. He tries to stop Chun-Li from fighting, but fails. Chun-Li is knocked down by M. Bison, and is nearly finished off when Cammy saves her and helps her escape with Guile. Cammy talks to Guile about the 7 Black Moons and their connection to the missing hackers. She gives Chun-Li one of the keys to the Black Moons. Charlie, now resurrected, confronts Guile and fights him to get the key. Charlie manages to overpower Guile. Guile angrily throws a sonic boom, which Charlie absorbs. Charlie takes the key and leaves with Rashid and Azam. Guile is enlisted by Karin Kansuki to stop Shadow Lu and their plans. Zangief, who had received a key, gave it to a friend in India, so Guile and Zangief go to India to get it. When they get the key, they are ambushed by Belrog, Ed, Santamo, and other Shadow Lu soldiers. They try to fight off Shadow Lu, but Ed gets the key, which was hidden inside Zangief's chest hairs, and leave. Guile pilots an escape helicopter during the first assault on the Shadow Lu base and reunites with Charlie. When they return to the Kansuki estate, Guile is relieved to see Charlie again. They subdue Abel, who is under the influence of the Psycho Power. Charlie uses his absorption power to remove Abel's Psycho Power. As Charlie leaves to regroup with Rashid and Colin, Guile gives his dog tag back to him. During the final assault against Shadow Lu, both Chun-Li and Guile are confronted by Bison. Charlie appears and fights off M. Bison. Charlie sacrifices himself in an attempt to kill Bison, as Guile helplessly watches. The sacrifice proves to be fruitless, as Bison survives the kamikaze. Rashid eventually shuts down Operation Chains as a whole, allowing Ryu to finish off M. Bison. Guile escapes the explosion with Ryu and Chun-Li, and reunites with the team, knowing that M. Bison is finally gone. We recognize that we might have left some information, but we wanted to cover Giles' central story. So what did you like about William Giles' story? Let us know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on new theories and info. Thank you for watching. This has been your Street Fighter host. Welcome to the center stage.